Welcome back to Virtual Reality Game Dev Ed. This is the 12th tutorial video, I believe. Let me glance and check. What was the last number here? Yes, this is the 12th tutorial video for our friend Sky on using MakeHuman in Blender. Now, since I went ahead and introduced editing the UV map on these clothes, there's a few things I gotta talk about. So while I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and actually continue playing around with this and trying to make this even better. So first of all, down here in coordinates, okay. In the coordinates, I changed a couple things. First of all, most of the time it comes up what's default generated, I believe. It will automatically generate the coordinates of the texture you're placing on it, and that's not necessarily how we want to do it. For here, we want to for this, since we have a UV map, UV means it's an abnormal shape. We actually want to we want this to match our UV map. So we've got a bunch of different options here. This will let us we can make it reflective, we can give it some stress, we can just attach it straight to an object, and strand or particle is actually how we put a texture on hair. And let me throw this out real quick. We're gonna get into this with hair, but right now we want this to project kind of flat against our UV map. This is how we want our pants to look when we render them. So that's the kind of thing we're going for there. I still don't like that too much. Let me go ahead and scale that back in just a little bit. See how that looks. It's still a little too much. I do want to see just a little bit of the jean texture. Okay, good enough. Okay. We want to, with hair, we'll get into that real quick here soon. But we make the tube. You see, that will actually project the image in a tube shape rather than in a flat shape, so that works a whole lot better. Specifically when we're making grass and hair, you want to using Blender's particle systems, you want to actually, we'll create a, I'll show everyone how to use the ramp option here, which is really cool. That's not something we want for this little type of texture. We actually want this stuck to our UV map and go ahead and project it flat along that UV map. Well, let's see how it looks. Again, let's go ahead and render this. See how my pants look now. Now you see the crease we have in the middle and how they come up fairly similar. That's pretty much the kind of angle you want going on there with your jeans. we're actually going to do something fairly similar to that with our shirt, our sweater here, to give us a better UV map on our sweater real quick. So let's jump back to our 3D view, and in our outliner here at the top, go ahead and click on the sweater mesh and pull this down. And now go ahead and hit tab and jump into edit mode for it. We want to go ahead and hit A to select everything and see how our sweater is coming up right now. Okay. That's not really what we want to be doing. The collar's okay. Collar's facing the right way. These two are facing the right way. We actually want them to be scaled a little bit differently than our sleeves though. But first of all, we definitely want our sleeves to be facing upright the same way as our the mid part of our shirts here. So we're going to I'm going to have to manually select all of these again. So give me a chance. I'm going to pause the video real quick and select all of these, and I'll come right back. Okay, so I went ahead and selected all of the one sleeve, excuse me, on my shirt over here, and I want to point out I moved this over a little bit, and it revealed some similar selecting options that you see in the 3D view over here. Similar to the vertex group, vertices, lines, or faces. Forget the word they use for that. I think it's not lines. But anyway, I'm terrible with your words, everyone on YouTube. Get used to that. I stumble over my words a lot. I'm very bad remembering words. So okay. Over here, one thing I did was I went ahead and selected this option, which allows me to select the faces of the vertices, and I want to or the faces of my UV map, and I want to show off one of the very cool time-saving functions of that. After I do this, I need to rotate this by 90 degrees. So let me hit R and let me type 90. That's the direction I want. So I'm going to left click it, set it there, and then I need to move it over so it's not over my other UV map. So G. And it's fine to move it over here. It doesn't matter that it's right on the image. Okay. Now, let me show you how this works. I right-clicked one of these, it'll automatically unselect my other ones. Hold Shift to select multiples, and you see how it automatically selected the face in the middle? Yeah, it'll automatically select that face in the middle, and even full squares. Very neat function. Saved me a whole lot of time when selecting that arm, so I'm actually going to go ahead and select this arm in the video, since I discovered that selecting function there. You'll even do 3 parts if you have one, say like up here, I can select the middle cube there. Say I have this selected over there, it'll select all three there in the middle. So yeah, it just automatically selects your middle pieces for you very nicely. So that saved me a whole bunch of time. I'm just going to go ahead and keep selecting this. Get this whole thing selected real quick. Okay. Almost done. Alright. Then I want to rotate this by 90 degrees too. Make sure it's going the right way. If it flips the opposite way, you can turn it by 270 degrees, or you can go negative 90, however you want. I'm going to R90. It's going the wrong way, so I'm actually going to go ahead and press backspace and press negative 90. Left click to set it there, and I need to hit G on my keyboard to move it up a little. Okay, let's go ahead and move that up right about there. That's fine. Okay, now A to deselect everything, and we want to open up the sweater mesh that we have here. I'm just using the black, plain black. Shirt texture, clothing texture. There it is. Okay. Now we can see a preview of what we have going on here. Should look a little bit nicer already. Go ahead and hit tab to get back into object mode. And now we should see we actually have our seam on the arms going the right direction now. So that's actually pretty much what I want for this. This I actually want to look like a sweater just a little bit. This isn't exactly a t-shirt. I would actually extend this out a bit. I would move this out for a t-shirt model. But I want to come over here in my panel here, and we want to set this to our UV map too. There should be a UV map texture already there. Go ahead and project it flat and click render image and see how we look. Now that looks a lot better. The shirt looks great. Sorry everyone that my denim doesn't look perfect if you don't like my denim. I think there's a little bit too much whitewash fluctuation in this denim texture, but that's okay. If you downloaded Filter Forge, you can actually make your own denim texture and do it like that. So there's the basic introduction on editing the UV maps to work a little bit nicer and make it more realistic. Okay, so in the next video we're actually going to get into creating clothes from scratch. Well, not straight from scratch, but we're going to create our own clothes for the model and put it right on a model without using these basic clothes. Okay, So I will see you all again soon.